Okay, we've got Skyro in the blue playing as Emeric versus Sparky playing as Vesper. And this is the last set from the first open qualifier. This is the third place decider match. It's only here to decide seeding for the main event. Both of these players have already qualified. And we're going to see, you know, how well they're going to do going forwards. Because, yeah, third and fourth place is a really nice place to be seeding wise for the main event. And of course, one thing you might notice is Emeric is available. We didn't change the rules after the patch, so I think this game was played post-patch, but we decided not to ban the commander, who is currently banned in the second and third open qualifiers. It was just a consistency thing, but he is still in his bugged form. There are some issues with Emeric, unfortunately, still. And not just Emeric, but another commander has some issues too. But anyway, we're seeing how this opening plays out. Recapture on the village here from Emeric. Doesn't want to go for any kind of hit on the sword, and this makes sense actually because the village is now too tanky for the sword to take down. That sword's just going to back up. Emeric's going to get his passive heal. And, ooh, on this side we're going to see Vesper decides to actually hit. Goes for that little bit of damage. And the sword, yeah, just going to be sitting on a low health. And this is kind of awkward because Skyro can now go for the capture on this village. With his sword in a very awkward position. And is this actually going to knock down? 70%? No! Barely lives. So, Emeric actually going to take a little bit of counter-attack damage there. Be a bit weaker. But I think Skyro is okay with this. Like, there is an archer behind this. Like, these swords are going to get mopped up pretty quickly. Actually, archer really important. Emeric is incredibly strong with any range unit right now. Just the way his current balance works out. Ooh, nice. Knockdown with the dog there. Going to be building up a decent chunk of groove for Vesper. And Vesper, most players tend to agree that Vesper just really wants to get tier 1. Tier 2 is just kind of like a nice little bonus, but tier 1 is where it's at for Vesper. So Vesper being all the way at 59% is really, really good. And she's only just getting her army into position where it can threaten, so... Oh, and nice little bit of damage there on the sword. Not going to be too big a deal. I actually almost would have liked to have seen... No, actually going for the capture on the village wouldn't have made a difference because the dog would knock it down again and then the sword would recapture, so... I guess the main difference would have been like, you're probably better off just taking the village instead. Just to deny your opponent groove, but... Not the end of the world, just a slightly weakened sword isn't too big a deal. Okay, archer gonna come in. Ooh, really nice play there.
This should do the trick.
And yeah, gets the wagon in front of the archer. Oh, yeah, they're just positioned really nicely. Emeric's really close to tier 2. Once that comes out, it's going to be pretty significant. But oh, lots of damage coming in here. Emeric's almost getting overrun. We're going to see this army in the bottom right retreat while doing some damage. The archer does have the capability to attack while retreating, so... Oh, that's a lot of army actually there on the side of Emeric. Okay. Knight comes in. Ooh, gets a big crit. And yeah, Vesper now all of a sudden has to very much respect that army down there, and oh, we're seeing Emeric. Uh-oh. That doesn't look like a good place for Emeric to be. There's a lot of stuff around Emeric. Vesper taking a lot of damage. This army down here is pretty threatening. Okay, is there a lethal here? And will Sparky see it? First of all, just gonna open up there. Smoke cloud coming in. Okay, we're gonna see a whole bunch of damage coming in here. Sword crit. And doesn't go... Oh, actually no, yeah, there wasn't a sword hit because the smoke cloud covers that spear, so... Vesper just kind of positioning herself quite nicely. And Sparky doesn't go for any kind of damage on Emeric. Just kind of positions Vesper in a reasonably good spot, and... if I was Skyro, I'd maybe try and like hit the buildings near Vesper just to force her. Some are good, but... Okay, what are we gonna see? Ooh, that leaves Emeric mighty open. I guess he's on a mountain, so he's not the end of the world. I probably would have liked to have seen a unit placed here though. Yeah, no kind of lethal coming out. Bunch of positioning so far, and Sparky's doing a good job. I mean, Vesper Groove maybe got used a little bit early there, but not the end of the world. Maybe are we going to see a capture on this lumber mill? Yep. And yeah, Sparky just has a bit more of the map right now, but ooh, Trebuchet is coming in. That's a tier 2 crystal and is very weak actually. Probably going to see a mage heal get dropped on it just to keep it alive a bit longer. Because yeah, once this Trebuchet gets in range, it's going to get that +2 range bonus. It's going to really start to threaten the enemy stronghold. That said, the crystal's wide open right now, so I guess it's just going to go down, and Emeric's going to rely on getting a second crystal out. He's at 58%, so yeah, I could definitely see another crystal coming out. Yeah, that crystal goes down. Trebuchet is only in range to hit this village, so not the end of the world. And we're not seeing anything too wild coming out from Emeric just yet. Yeah, Skyro's on the back foot. He needs something, and you know, a tier 1 crystal isn't going to be at 65%. Yeah, he's not going to have a tier 2 for a while. So what can Skyro do? And both players seem to have quite a lot of time on the clock left still, so not going to see anything too outrageous there, but they do need to start pushing. Actually, Sparky's only got 25 minutes left, so he has to be the aggressive player now. Okay. We're seeing air troopers coming in. They're going to deal like 14% damage. Get counter lethal or counter killed. Big mage heal comes in. Ooh. Is this going to be enough? I think you can dog suicide it into this. Or did he miscalc? He may have miscalced. Oh, that's rough. I think there might have been like chopped forest blocking the night, maybe? Something like that. But yeah, just sacking an air trooper like that is not what you want to have happen. Ooh, and now the Trebuchet is getting shots. As the mages as well, and now Skyro is looking really good, taking their opponent's side of the econ. So they were behind on this lumber mill in this village, and now they're equal. That said, Sparky can still pull this back, gets a kill on the knight. That's really nice. Knocks down this village. Seeing stuff like sword crits line up. Knight's moving into position. Yeah, this army's just gonna kind of shift over to this left hand side once again, and Vesper 57%, so no groove just yet. Gonna be a little while on that. Okay, what are we gonna see? Spear, yep, just takes down that dog. Skyro, yeah, just gonna go for a lot of damage this turn. We're looking at these percents. 196. One more hit will do it. And yeah, big Elder Shield coming in. Gonna cover this Trebuchet, which can hit the Knight from all the way over there. Damn, that range bonus is massive. And not only is the Trebuchet getting the range, but the Archer is as well. And now Skyro gets a huge turn. They have a big time lead as well. So, things looking really good for them. And yeah, just a bunch more stuff coming in here. This Air Trooper gonna do a bit of damage to Vesper. Was that like 16%? 15, okay. Yeah, they just did the same damage as the Sword to Commander. And yeah, something has to hit this Air Trooper to clear it, so... Really good for them. Ooh, that Crystal's actually going to break next turn. Nice play there by Sparky. But they need to do more here. They need to have a bigger follow-up. Oh, the Mage lives! Very unfortunate. Oh, are we going to see a hit on this Archer?
What's this?
Vesper takes out the Air Trooper. Archer can eat quite a bit of damage, but actually that's very tanky when that crystal's there, so... Sparky looking okay right now, but... They are quite low on time. 11 minutes left on the clock. What are we looking at for Skyro? 26 minutes, so Skyro's clearly got a big time advantage right now. Right, Archer just melee kills. Why not? More stuff getting cleaned up on this right hand side. Dog goes down. Trebuchet does their thing. Ooh. I don't know if it's even worth finishing this night off. You could have just gone for the other units up here, but I guess Skyro's pretty content to do their thing. Alright, yeah, lines up a spear crit, takes out the Knight. That's a huge threat on the board right now. More stuff, yeah, just walk it back. Don't want to die yet. You've got the time lead, so make use of it. Okay, that said, Vesper has Groove, and now Sparky can just go in. Absolutely nothing stopping them from doing this. I don't know about this Knight position. You really would want to just line up a Knight crit there, but that said, the army is in place. And they just need to have enough sides on this stronghold. Okay. Yeah, all these moves make sense. I guess you want a Witch Hex just to do as much damage to this army as you can. Yep. Nice Hex. Gets a lot of units right there. Would have almost liked to have seen a tier 1 crystal come out from Emeric, but decides against it. Okay. And I'm guessing there's like some kind of lethal here on the stronghold, but it has to be done correctly. Oh, but there's also potentially a lethal on Emeric too.
Lightning blast!
Right, sword goes down. Dog follow up. They're gonna do a little chunk of damage too. Is this actually going to kill? Sparky does not have a lot of time left on the clock. Okay, another side opens up. Oh, gets the Trebuchet. And I guess is Sparky just not going to go for a kill here? I mean, that also makes sense. Just try and get as much damage as you can, but... Ooh. That's unfortunate. A little bit of chip damage there. I think Vesper might just die though. There's a lot of stuff around here. Clears up the mage.
This should protect us.
Tier 2 crystal comes out. Skyro doesn't even need to go for a kill though. Oh, but that will open up a 2 mages killing dragons. And that's huge. Yeah, this is looking really good for Skyro right now. Captures this village, puts a lot of stuff under crystal. Oh yeah, that's not good. But Sparky, I mean, if they had a little bit more time, they could probably make a win out of this. Like, you just start capturing the bottom right, top left. But no, they just went for damage, realized there's nothing they can do, and this is a very dead Vesper. So, we're gonna see Skyro take game 1. And yeah, Golem plus Commander will do it. Golem's hit Commander is really hard. Oh wow, actually that didn't kill. I would have thought it would. Okay. Archer crit to finish. There we go. Very stylish. I guess like maybe Emeric was like slightly injured? I don't know. Okay, well whatever. Skyro takes game 1. It was a good game though. I think if Sparky had a little bit more time on the clock though, could have definitely gone for the sides, not pressed into the center just as hard as they did. And I guess there was like a real missed opportunity to lethal the stronghold. Like, they had a side open on it. They really needed like 2 sides on it, I think. And like line up a knight crit on it or something. Like they missed. I think the knight was out of position. Like it had been positioned to do the knight crit. I think it would have actually managed to get the kill, but unfortunately not to be. So well played. Are we going to take game 1?